Hello and welcome back to my channel Learn with Nikhil. In the previous lecture, we have studied about orthographic projections. In this lecture, we will take a sum and see how to draw it. So here I am taking a sum. Here we have given a three-dimensional figure. This will be given in the exam with proper dimensions and markings, and using this we have to draw its front view, top view and the side view. So the question will be given. The figure shows a pictorial view of an object. Draw the following front view looking in the direction of X. So in the three-dimensional figure, the X direction represents the front view. Second is the side view and third is the top view. Now as we have two sides, we have two sides. So which side to be drawn in the exam is represented by an arrow denoted by Y. So this is the arrow which is denoted by Y. So this is the side view which we have to draw and the top view. Now step number 1, we will draw perpendicular axis. So we will draw the horizontal plane and the vertical plane in two-dimensional view. So here we are drawing the perpendicular lines XY, which represents horizontal plane, X dash, Y dash, which represents vertical plane. These are the basic steps which you have to draw in each and every sum. So first step is drawing these perpendicular lines. Then before drawing the views, we have to just draw the base lines on which the views will be drawn. We don't draw directly on these axis lines. So for that, we just take 5 millimeters distance from the axis lines and we draw parallel lines through it, so that when we draw the views, the front view, top view and the side view, it doesn't come directly on the axis. It is a bit apart from that, so it looks spaced. So 5 millimeters apart, I have drawn these lines. You can take 1 millimeter or you can take 1 centimeter. Anyhow you can do. Now first we have to locate the side view. As it is from the left hand side, the view will be drawn on the right hand side. On the right hand side. As the arrow is on the left side, the view will be on the right side, this right side. So side view will be on the right side. On that opposite side, we get the front view. So here will be the front view and top view will be at the bottom. So arrow is on the left, view is on the right. Now if the arrow is from the right, you know the side view comes on the left side. Then here will be the front view and here will be the top view if the arrow was from the right direction. Now according to this sum, the side view will be on this side. As the direction Y is from the left, the side view will be on the right. The front view will be on the left and top view is always below the front view. This we are drawing in first angle method. Now for the front view, just look at the dimensions. This direction shows the front view. So I'll just mark from the front view what will be the image which will be drawn. So this highlighted part will be visible from the front view. This slanting part will look like a rectangle from the front view. from the two-dimensional side. So the slanting part from the front view looks like a rectangle. So this highlighted part is visible from the front view. See, this slant part from the top view will look like a slant, but from the front side, if you see, the slant part looks like a rectangle. Okay, here you can clearly see the slant portion looks like a rectangle. From the top view, it's look like a slant line, but from the front side, you can clearly see it looks like a rectangle. We can't say from the front view whether it is a slant or a straight line. We can locate this from the top view. Now coming back to the sum, first we will draw the front view. Always first draw the front view. Now this dimension is given over here, that is 80 millimeters. So first we will draw the dark line of 80 millimeters. Now we have drawn the first line of the front view, that is 80 millimeters. Now the next dimension, this straight line, it's given 15 millimeters. So the straight line we will draw of 15 millimeters. Same on the opposite side, it will be 15 millimeters. Now the other dimensions, this is given here, that is 30. This part is 30 and the center part is 20. So according to these dimensions, we will take a parallel line at a distance of 1.5 centimeters, that is 15 millimeters. We will mark the points. This is 30, this is 30, and the center part remaining is 20. So according to the dimensions given, 30, 20, 30, we have drawn it. Now the height given is total, that is 60. Now this is given from the base. Okay, so from the base it is 60 millimeters, but the height which we have to draw will be 60 minus 15. Okay, the remaining height, or you can take 60 millimeters directly from the base. 60 minus 15 will be 45. So from the line above this part will be 45 millimeter, or from the base you can directly take 60 millimeters. So from here 4.5 centimeter or 45 millimeter, we will draw a straight line. So this shape has been drawn. This is the front view. Now the remaining part is the slant part, which looks like a rectangle from the front view. Okay, so this all dimensions are drawn. Now this slanting part is on the both sides. It is here as well as on the other side also. So this slanting part looks like a rectangle. It is on the both sides. It is on the other side also. So for drawing that, we will just draw a rectangle and complete it. So the slant part from the front side resembles a rectangle, and which is on the both sides. So from the front side, we can't say whether the line is slanted or is it a rectangle or is it a straight line. We can locate that it is a slant part from the top view only. So this has been done with the front view. Now next step number 2 is drawing the top view. Now for drawing the top view, we have to take the projection lines from each and every point from the front view draw light lines. These are called as projection lines. This should be light than the actual view. So here we have 4 points. We have taken 4 points downwards. Now for drawing the top view, again I'll just highlight with dots which part is visible from the top view. So this whole part is visible from the top view, and these two triangles which is on both the sides are visible from the top view. This part and the other triangle. Now the width from the top view is same as the width of the front view, which is 80 millimeters. So we don't have to again measure that, as we have drawn the projection lines. The width is already there. This is 80 millimeters. Now this height is again 15 millimeters, which we have to draw. $15 from both the sides. Now the total distance given, it is given is 45 millimeter, which will be visible from the top view. So distance is 45 millimeter. So I'll just mark the points here, 45 millimeter, and here also 45 millimeter. So as you can see from the top view, this line is joined. And then joining the other points, this will give the slant line. So as you can see, the slant line is visible from the top view. So this part has been done. Now for the next two triangles, just we have to join the lines. Always take parallel lines, as if you don't take parallel lines, the lines will be not aligned to the other line and it will look crooked. So these two triangles have also been drawn. So this total completes the top view. These two triangles and the above part comprises of the top view. Now for the side view, you can see the L shape. Now for drawing the side view, we have to take projection lines from both the front view and the top view. Now for that, first we have to draw a 45-degree angle line from the center. From the center we will take 45 degrees. As why we are taking 45 degrees? Because whenever we draw projection lines to the 45-degree line, the distance remains the same. So this angle is 45 degree. Now we will take projection lines from the front view to the side view. Each and every point you have to take. Now from the top view we will take till the 45-degree line. And now from the 45-degree line we will take the projection line to the side view. So this 45-degree line doesn't change the dimension from the top view to the side view. Now this L shape we have to draw. The height is 60, which is available from the front view. We have projected from the front view, and the 45 degree has been projected accurately from the top view. So the height of the L is 60 and the width is 45 and the thickness is 15 millimeters. So for drawing the L shape, see, the 45 line is accurately passed to the side view. With height 60 we will draw a dark line on the side view. And width is 45 millimeter, which has been projected from the top view. Now this height is 15, which is again been projected from the front view. So we need not to take again the dimension of 15 millimeter. We just have to extend. Again this width is 15, which has been projected from the top view. And this completes the L shape, which is at the side view. Now the remaining part, that is this slant part, from the side view, it will look like a rectangle. So slant part from the side view looks like a rectangle. So we will draw a straight line. This line is this. Now the vertical line, draw straight, joining the point. So we complete a rectangle. Now this completes our whole front view, top view and side view. Now for marking the dimensions, the height is 60. It is available in the front view as well as in side view. So only on one side we will mark the dimension as 60. You can mark it either in front view or in side view. Don't mark in both the views, only one side is enough. We have drawn the extension lines and we have drawn the dimension. Now the 45, it is available in side view as well as in top view. So see how I am extending the lines. These are the projection lines for the dimension, extension lines. I am writing 45. All the dimensions given in the question should come in the views. So for the 15, extending the lines and marking the dimensions. So either in one of the view you have to mark the dimensions. Now 15, this 15 I can mark in the top view or as in side view. Wherever there is space available, you can mark the dimension. Now for 30, 20, 30 dimension, I'll mark it downward. You can mark it in the top view or you can mark it in the front view. The dimension marking should be a bit light rather than the actual figure. You have to draw it with the light pencil. Here I am using a similar pencil because in the video it should look properly, it should be visible properly. Just marking off the angle and we are done with the whole solution. Thank you all. Do subscribe to my channel. See you in the next lecture of orthography.